Hello and welcome to Resident Evil 1, the HD Remaster Edition that was released on PC in 2012 but is based on the 2002 remaster of the 1996 game Resident Evil. I hope everyone is going super duper well. I'm actually going to stop Pretzel because Resident Evil is on the background and that was just a weird cacophony of sound coming out of there. My camera is super high and I didn't realize it until just now. And I kind of want to lower it a little bit. That's marginally better. Not that much better, but a little bit better. Now it's all wonky. Anyway, I'm going to stop paying attention to my little picture and make it smaller so we can't see all the faults. I hope everyone is going super duper well. I'm having a weird day apparently. But hello, Sleepy Boom, Faceless Shadow, and Barry, of course. How are you all going? It was Pretzel that was doing the banger. Resident Evil does this soft song. I'm glad it's the perfect angle, just really high up so you can see my roof. I feel like everyone really wants to know what's above me. It's just giant pictures of Mercy, honestly. A tiny sliver of your monitor on the edge of the camera. Do I now, Barry? Do I now? What the? I think my birds must have touched. What, really? Is that better, Barry? No, it's worse. That was like I gave up on the sigh halfway through the sigh. This is close enough. You can't see anything weird, right? Right? Yeah, no, we can't see anything weird in my room. It's fine. It's fine. You can't see my weird stuff, so it's all good. Barry, you have to say legally if you can see the weird stuff. Yeah, just blame the bird. I'm just gonna blame, the birds. It's the bird. I sound like a crazy lady. It's the birds, everyone. That's why you can see more of my room. Haven't you heard about the birds? They're not real. They're actually drones, and that's why you can see the different angles. But we're back with Jill. So, fun fact, earlier tonight, I just wanted to, because if you guys remember, we were up to the painting puzzle. So we got to the painting puzzle and I got murdered by crows. I didn't want to, just start the stream and try and figure out where I was. So before the stream started, I ran, I got into Jill and I went to where I thought the room was and I was correct. But, unfortunately for us, something amazingly hilarious happened. So, as I was going to the room, and there's a section we'll go past where there's 4 zombies. And the 4 zombies, I managed to escape them and I went through a door and I thought I was safe. And then one of the zombies opened the door and started following me. And I didn't think they could do that. And oh my god, the weird scream I let out was just the most strangest sound I've ever heard. And I was literally filled with terror because I was like, you can't do that. Should be able to see the weird stuff. You should never be able to see the weird stuff. Just the shotgun heads pinned to the wall in the shape of the Overwatch logo. I feel like everyone I feel like, Barry, if I was to say to anyone who follows me on Twitch or watches me on Twitch, hey guys, I have some shrunken heads in the shape of Overwatch, no one would be bat an eye. Do you know what I mean? Everyone would be like, that doesn't really seem like the weird stuff for Talos. That I feel like that just wouldn't count as weird for me. Anyone else, sure. Maybe an I love Barry poster would be weird. Everyone would be like, you don't love Barry. Exactly. See, Shadow's like, yeah, that sounds pretty normal for Talos. All the weird stuff. It's actually my Emperor's Children army for Warhammer. I'm actually really, really into Fulgrim. I'm not. I hate him with a burning passion. He's a fancy boy. Now shotgun's head in the shape of the Team Fortress 2 logo. That would be no, actually you're right, Faceless. That would be suddenly behind, I actually have a lot of Team Fortress merch. In reality, I've been using Overwatch as a beard for my love of Team Fortress 2. I just tell everyone I like Overwatch, but really I'm into the Scout. It's his long spindly arms. They just do it for me. Screw necromancy, healing, and flying in the sky with jetpacks and rockets. I want a dweeby guy in a red shirt. That's my dream. Yay, Team Fortress 2. Hats. Hats, hats, hats. That's what I understand of Team Fortress. Everything I know about Team Fortress 2 comes from Overwatch rap battles versus the Team Fortress 2 people, and that Team Fortress 2 people like hats. You now know all of my knowledge of Team Fortress 2. If you could, Barry, if you could transform into any animal at all, what would it be? Barry, what would you transform into? I'm curious. What would you transform into, Barry? I accidentally duplicated this tab 3 times, and 3 tells is talking to me all at once. Nice. Was there any delay boom? Was it like a weird echo? Or was it just a terrifying, like, 3 taluses appear? That sounds like... Do you know what? That's a bad idea. Because one of the taluses would get... No, do you know what? All the taluses would be, like, just slightly insecure enough in themselves that they would get jealous of the others and think the other 2 were conspiring against each other, and that the other 2 taluses didn't like the 3rd talus enough and thought the 3rd talus was lame. So then they would turn bitter against the other taluses, and it would just be an all-out war between the taluses because they wouldn't understand that they all liked each other equally. They'd be like, no, I'm suspect on you. You guys were talking once and I wasn't involved. Obviously you hate me now. And it's all me, and it's all the same conversation over and over again. So 2 taluses, good idea. 2 taluses together, brilliant. They'd work perfect. They'd be like, we're so in sync, everything's great. 3 taluses. Not to mention the fact that there's only Mercy and Farah. What's the 3rd talus going to do? Like, what's she going to do? She can get on tank, but like, she can't be shipping them. She would be Zarya, but like, you know, she can't, it's not the same. 3 talus is bad idea. And hello, Ronan, how are you going? I hope you're going well. You've come into a weird rant where I'm envisioning 3 of me, and it's not a good idea. You found on my way home on the radio that the government will be giving me more work suit in 2026 to be surprised. Wow, you've got 2 and a bit years then to try and find a new career, Shadow, and avoid the extra work. That's what the radio actually told you. The world is not ready for more than 1 talus. I agree with you. I'm pretty sure whatever watch list I'm on is set to, like, shoot any cloned taluses. Like, if I was to ever clone Talos, that's me. Am I even going the right way? No. Yes, I am, yes. No! I want Jill to go through the zombie, not in the zombie. Get out of me. Get out of me. Jill isn't a delicious snack. Jill isn't a delicious snack. I don't care what the internet perverts say. She's not a delicious snack. Get off her. Get off her, internet perverts. Go, Jill. Go. Run from them. No, Jill. Run, Jill. Oh, good. Go, go, go. Open the door, Jill. Oh my god, she's giving me a heart attack. The 3rd talus could be Scout. The 3rd well, that's just depression then, Faceless. So are we just going to give all the depression to 1 talus? Do you see what I mean? This zombie follows me and it terrifies the hell out of me. I don't know. What animals let me sleep in the most? Koalas. Koalas let you sleep in the most, Barry. They I'm pretty sure koalas, like, other than, no, wait, isn't there one other creature even more stupid than a koala? Because, like, koalas are basically functionally useless. They just sleep all the time, attempt to eat poison, and then give everything STDs. Like, I'm sorry, there's nothing great about being a koala. They also have legitimately smooth brains. So, like, they sleep a lot, but isn't there an animal that sleeps even more than a koala? Like, there's an animal that somehow evolved even more useless than the koala. Bear sounds good. The other 2 have to worry about things like falling out of trees or chlamydia. Can I change between whatever animal and your human form, Roman? No, you're stuck as the animal. Oh no, Sleepy, this is Sleepy's game. Sleepy does get to actually command the rules. I don't get to usurp them. Yeah, you can turn back into a human at will. Okay, you can turn back into a human at will, Ronan. Never mind. Barry, really? You'd go between a human and a bear, sorry, not a koala. Okay, I was really judging Barry there. A raven would be good. This is a raven screaming right now, Ronan. So the things you can hear, I'm not the one screaming, the ravens. That's what you'd sound like. Yes, there is to be a depressed Talos. There's just a singular depressed Talos. They're changing super payments from quarterly to weekly. Doing accounting, they said it would be fun. They said, who said the accounting would be fun, Shadow? I don't think I've ever heard that about accountants. I've heard accounting is, you know, can be complicated and difficult. I don't think I've ever heard, like, I'm just imagining right now that you were recruited, like the military recruits people. Like, you're going at a careers field day, but there was like an accountant bus and they sold you on it being really fun and everything. They're like, come in, you can do all the fun math. It's all video game based and we do it all on VR and it's magical and wonderful. And like, you got tricked into it. Like, they tricked you into signing up as being an accountant, being like, it's fun, trust me. And then you get into accounting and you're seeing all your coworkers die from math-related overdoses. And you're like, this isn't what they promised at all. Where's my VR video game math fun? That's just what I'm imagining now with the recruitment. Well, Ronan, that's the thing. If you're changing into an animal, right? You can change into any animal. You retain your human intelligence, right? Like, Sleepy, when you change into the animal, do you get the animal's brain? Because, like, Ronan, are you saying that a raven is smarter than you in real life? Like, the reason you want to turn into a raven is that when you change into the raven, your IQ would go up. Is that what you're saying? Like, because otherwise it wouldn't matter how smart an animal is. Like, you could turn into a goldfish, but if you've retained your human intelligence, you're just as smart as a goldfish, but much more likely to be murdered by frat boys swallowing you for a dare. So, like, what are we doing? Do you retain it or not? Oh no, that's why you like ravens. I see. You retain all intelligence and get added animal intelligence. So you get added animal intelligence. Okay, well then that's still good. Ronan's doubling down on the intellect there. I would be a jellyfish. No brain, no spin, just float. I like that face. I see, like, no worries whatsoever. When you miss the clap, Ozzy, it means you don't have to go to the doctor this week, which is great. But sad because you didn't get to enjoy the fun of getting the clap. Math overdoses. Why not have math overdoses? I've always seen it as being paid to do all this math and tax stuff that people either A, didn't want to learn, don't want to learn, couldn't be bothered to do. So technically it's pretty lucrative. Oh no, Shadow, I'm not doubting it's lucrative. I'm not doubting that tax is lucrative. Like, hell yeah. Anyone who does taxes, you're set. I'm just saying that, like, I don't think I've ever had anyone say to me, go be an accountant, it's fun. I've heard go be an accountant, it's solid, reliable work, and you're going to make a lot of money because everyone always needs an accountant. Like, that's just truth. You're one of those. It's like how everyone always needs a plumber. But again, I've never heard anyone say, be a plumber, plumbing is fun. But yes. So, we should get to the puzzle before we go on some weird tangents. So, can you change your answer, Faceless, from a jellyfish? You can't. Well, actually, no, that's true. This is Sleepy's game. I don't know why I keep trying to steal Sleepy's game from Sleepy. Like, Sleepy's like, I've got a game to play, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna make the rules now. So these are the paintings, by the way. Jill, did I put herbs on you? Eat the pills. Eat the plant. Be a good vegetarian, Jill. So, the paintings are on both sides. And they've got switches on both sides. So I'm guessing that we have to, and we know if we touch this wrong, the ravens attack. So we know headband green, necklace purple, wristband orange. Okay, so let's just go through this. So a picture, blah, blah, blah. This is the bracelet. So this is the bracelet. We want this to be orange. If we press this right now, it goes green. What we're going to do is we're going to put it back to normal. Back to normal. All right, we're going to go to the next one. We're going to do this logically, everyone. We're going to try something very rarely attempted and almost always aborted on this stream, and that's logic. So, a picture of a sage wearing a necklace. Well, we want the necklace to be purple. What does this do? That's purple. Okay, cool. That's purple. We don't need to play with it anymore. What do you do? Picture of a sage wearing a crown. It's yellow stained glass. There's a switch. Okay, that goes green. Okay, so that's what we wanted, right? So we want purple necklace, green headband. Okay, so if that's the case, do I just have to touch this painting from the other side? Because I'm guessing that, like, they switch colors of what they are, yeah? Like, each side does a different one. A picture of them. Okay, please go orange. Please let my... Okay. I'm not even going to... I'm not touching them. I'm not touching them. If this is correct... Then we should just have this in this should just be correct. I'm very suspicious because, like, I'm assuming it's because I started on this side and most people would start on the other side, but I was taking us up to where we were. A human and a bricklayer. A bricklayer. Bricklayers don't count as human. This is a commonly held fact. Bricklayers are terrifying. All right. Moment of truth. Lisa, protected by 3 spirits that she trapped in jewelry. A picture of a woman wearing a bracelet, a necklace, and I actually thought there was going to be more to that knock then, Shadow. I heard the knock then, I like looked over because I'm obviously in a cutscene. You're getting Electro's curse tonight, Shadow, the cutscene curse. And I heard that knock and I was like, oh, scary knocks. And I was like waiting for something else. It just didn't happen. A crown. There's a switch at the bottom of the picture. Press it. Yes, please don't murder me. Please don't live up to the name of your group. Oh my god, yay. Okay, so Jill. Congratulations, we did a puzzle. Sort of by accident there. Death mask. They're both too dumb for university and too dumb for trade school. Oh, poor bricklayers. They're necessary though, faceless. Easy puzzles. GG, let's go. I know, right, Sleepy? We're off to a banger of a start. That's a terrifying death mask.
Piece of cake.
Thank you, Mercy. It was a piece of cake. That's a good vibe if ever I heard one. So, are you... Oh! Wait, use look. I swear to God, if this lock picks into the graveyard... Jill, how do locks work in Resident Evil? Because you can lockpick a door from either side. It's not like one side is lockpick proof. The number of times we have gone up to this door and it's always like, eh, you can't open it from this side. Well, yes, I bloody well can, can't I? Watch this. Jill, go through the door. Go on, Jill. Go through the door. I'm feeling spiteful towards Jill tonight. Oh. Alright. Okay, so we have the last death mask, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm scared to go put the last death mask on because one, I would like to save so we don't have to do the painting again. 2, I'm armed with a pistol. And we've all watched that giant coffin that every time I put a death mask on, it goes, ooh, I'm a scary coffin, look at me shake. And it's terrifying every time. So I suspect that once we make it drop down, it's going to do something awful to us. So I'm going to go quickly to one of my loot box areas and put some loot in. It's totally going to be a boss, so I want my shotgun. So that's what I'm thinking we're going to do, is we're going to save, we're going to get a shotgun, and then we're going to come back for it. Because my grenade launcher has like 3 bullets, and when we were fighting the snake, most of them bounced away from the enemies, so I don't know if that's the best weapon to go with when you kind of have the aim of a de-armed cheetah. So where is our save room? It is this way? Jill. Go through there. Also, tell us, which animal would you be? What animal did you say you were going to be? You said you were going to be a bird as well. So I saw you say to Ronan that you wanted to be a bird as well. And what animal would I be? Can I just straight up be a werewolf? Because, like, that's all I want to be. Like, can I be a werewolf? Can I have werewolf properties? Or is it just me transforming into the, like, it's just me transforming into the animal? Also, someone tells you that crows need surgery to mimic human speech is wrong. The surgery known as freeing the tongue has long-lasting negative health effects. I've heard that terrifying thing that people did that. It's so messed up. It's so messed up that people do stuff like that. People shouldn't have like, they shouldn't... We should just punch people is what I'm getting at. If you find a person doing like the people who dock dogs' tails, like, you know how like they dock a dog's tail, for those who don't know, you know how like you get like some Doberman and they have those little nub tails. Humans dock them, which is like they basically tie a rubber band around it and then they let the tail die off. There's more to it than that, but that's basically effectively what they do. It's messed up, and I think we should just be allowed to punch humans who do cruelty to animals for an aesthetic or anything like that. Having collected Barry lore, we know Barry is a magic robot with leprosy who was a brickie by trade but has been captured by Jeff. Well, I needed someone to build my dungeon area, didn't I? I can't build it all by myself. Or at all, because I don't want to. You know, so obviously I've captured someone who can like lay bricks or something. Ooh. Do you think acid would be a good thing to use against the enemy? Do I have... I'm keeping this... Oh, incendiary grenades. Oh, I like that. I like that. Come here. I'm probably over... I don't know what this does, but I'm keeping it with us because it was one of the last things we found. Where is the shotgun? No, you don't want to be... Yes, but did you dock the dog's tail, Faceless? Like, that's the thing. Like, I imagine you didn't dock the dog's tail. Oh, I can't combine in here. I'll keep the handgun as a backup, and we'll save. Hang on. What game is this? Are you serious? Oh, what game is it? Oh. Bab never leaving well enough. Humanity never leaves well enough alone. It's humanity's favorite thing. When humanity sees something that is fine, humanity goes like, but can I destroy it? Tells you can't be a werewolf, you can only be a person who turns into a wolf. It's close enough. I assume I can't be a dragon. I assume it has to be a real animal, right, Sleepy? Oh my god, no, I don't want to be a griffin. I take that back. For a second, I wanted to be a griffin. No, I take that back. I don't want to be a griffin. Can I... No, I don't want to be a griffin. Can I be a dragon? No, I don't want to be a dragon. No, I don't want to be a dragon. There's too many furries who get into that. No, I don't want to be a dragon anymore. I take that back as well. The dogs came... See, that's the thing. You're not doing the docking Faces. That's different. It's the people who do the docking I want to punch. I just remember the other perk of being an accountant. Your job title at the top of forms for financial pros. That's true. You've got A. You're right up the top there. Like, the only person who would beat you is, like, if a job industry got opened and they were, like, our job title starts with AA. Just for some fun reason. You can't combine them. Well, aren't you an asshole, game? We've saved, so we're putting our save files away. It's such an odd way to play a game. Let me put my save files away. And I'm assuming that we can't use the incendiary because it's got ammo. Wait, can we be dragons? I know, right, Faces? It's like, no, otherwise I'd suggest, like, we can't. Alien, ghost, alien. No one's going ghost. Surely no one's going ghost. Can I be a Komodo dragon? I could infect people with my bite. I kind of want to be a Komodo dragon. That would be neat. I could climb stuff and I could be scary and I could bite things, and then when they got away from me because I'm too tired to kill them myself, they would die of poison. I want to do that one. I want to be a Komodo. I could fight crime and I could be the judge, jury, and executioner all in one night. It would be fantastic. It'd be really easy as well and not messy. I wouldn't have to get blood on me. Because I'm just poisoning them with my bite. Like, now they get to rot to death. I want to go Komodo dragon. I've changed my answer. Aardvark Wrangler is always top of the list. I hope there is a job called Aardvark Wrangler. That would be amazing. It's a pretty good choice. Or Manticore. I actually like Manticores. Manticores never get enough love. They just never get enough love, I feel, in games. More Manticores. You know what? Also, on the topic of things that need more love, more monstrous caterpillars. I want to see more video games with monstrous caterpillars as enemies. I feel like I'm trying to think of it, and I'm sure... No! No, go away! I hate you! And your face! Oh, go away, Jill, run! We're not doing this. We're not dealing with this, Jill. We have other things to do. They know how doors work. They're kind of like velociraptors like that, Jill. We have to keep going. They're all very clever girls. We have to get out of here. I don't want to be a dragon, griffin, a rock, unicorn, manticore, because those have alchemically useful body parts. Well, everything has alchemically useful body parts depending on where you come from. I mean, there's certain countries that hunt down tigers because they think they have alchemically good product, like stuff. Technically, everything is magical if you refuse to use science. It's just a known fact. If you want to take logic out of the equation, it all becomes magic. That's why we burn witches. Let's go. Let's go, Jill. Let's go. Alright. Time to finally put our death masks on. Please let us get out of this mansion. There's so much more to this game. And, like, I think I've now played the opening section for the time it takes to play the entire game. Everything is magical if you use science. Let's go, Jill. You've got this. Maybe. If you can find where you're going, Jill. You would not the D&D one? Why does the D&D one look silly? I don't know what the D&D one looks like. Unicorn especially, I don't want to die or some deluded Harry Potter fan can think they're going to be immortal. Well, see, that's the interesting thing with the unicorn, right? Because obviously there's the whole, a unicorn only appears to either good people or people of non-adult time activities yet. And I've always wondered about that. Like, do you think it's like a force field that pushes unicorns away? Like, if you've done adult stuff and you're no longer, you know, pure, is it like a force field on the unicorn? Like, the unicorn comes near you and then it's like, premarital filth taker of the pleasure of the flesh, and it's like bounces off and can't come near you. Like, you come near a unicorn and it starts crying because it's like, sins of the flesh, sins of the flesh. Because I'm just wondering if that would be the case. Because, like, I wonder if unicorns are really rare because everyone started doing it and they're all forced to back away from you. And eventually the unicorn backs up to, like, a cliff face. And you don't know the unicorn's there, but you and your, like, lustful self are near the unicorn. And, like, the bubble pushing the unicorn back squashes the unicorn into the cliff. And it dies. And, like, that's why unicorns are actually so rare. Because all of the horny people in the world couldn't keep it in the pants. And the smut force field that pushes the unicorn back crushed them all to death against inanimate objects, and you never even knew they were there. Like, is that why they're all always super rare in myth and stuff like that? Like, you know, if I had to, like, logically, like, logic out why we don't have the unicorns, it works both ways. You reckon it works both ways, Faceless? So, like, the unicorns have a push gravity bubble back, so, like, you're walking down the woods and you're someone who's, like, slept with another person, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I just can't go left anymore. I feel like that's just not a good way to go. Or do you just not want all the unicorns to have been crushed to death in life? Okay, we're not being attacked. That was a bit anticlimactic. What's in it, Jill? Oh. I don't feel like this is anticlimactic anymore. Oh. Oh. Oh, he's got a bit of a beard. Oh, Jill. Oh, Jill! Oh my god! What are you doing? Why would you run faster towards me? Jill! Put incinerate! Jill! Oh no! Are these... Why? No! No, they're for the stupid grenade launcher, the thing I put away. I assumed they were shotgun shells. I never examined them. I broke the cardinal rule. Because they said shells, Sleepy. They said shells. Oh no! I just thought the game was being weird and wouldn't let me load them up because I had 2 shells left. Oh. Okay. Thank God I kept that with us. Oh God. Oh no! Did I win? No. Oh my God. Why compound my
Congratulations, you're the winner.
Hello, Electro. Here I am wallowing in my failure, and you've got Baby Yoda to come back me up as I pull off that awkwardness. Thank you so much. I can't believe you... So Electro managed to, at the end of the stream, redeem Baby Yoda, but I shut my stream software off, so I didn't hear it. So I opened up my stream software today, and what greets me? Baby Yoda. It just stayed in my mind. Oh, but how are you going, Electro? You just missed me having geared up before we went in here and bringing completely the wrong bullets. And there were shotgun shells right next to me that entire fight. Wow, that makes it better, doesn't it, everyone? As I've said before, I'm not a smart person, I'm just a loud one. The lighting really makes this a fun room. I know, right? Freddy Krueger boss fight. Oh, that would have been perfect when I opened this. I don't know where we're going next either. Oh, there's a glowing chain here. Hang on. Oh, is that glowing? It looks as if they'll overtake you any minute. What? The flames? Oh no. It said shell and I didn't look at the picture. There's a tip, everyone. Baby Yoda will go, no! This is a moral defeat. This is a moral defeat. It is very much a moral defeat. Well, now what? I did what it asked me to do. But now what? Can I open up the gate? No. Alright, so there has to be something in here. The flames are dancing wildly. Where could it lead? I don't know, Jill. Hopefully out of this room. Can I pull on this chain? No. Oh, there's a switch. Yes, there we go. Okay. You take the stone and metal object? Yeah. I like that. What does the stone and metal object say? Because I'm going to start reading things. Stone and metal object. There's nothing unusual, okay? Isn't it? Okay. At least you know you're 40 mics. Look, it's... I don't know. I thought that they just kept shotgun. I thought it was weird. I just thought they kept them, like, in weird containers. I don't do guns, everybody. I spent the last couple of weeks standing around feeling bad about doing it. Wait, Electro! They still haven't, like, got you properly trained at work? Like, after all this time? Like, they're still just like, he can just do it. That would be so... I would be going mental. I would be going absolutely nuts if I turned up to work every day and they're like, meh, not looking good for the next... But then why are they, like, what? But why? Why do they not want you to work, Electro? I would be so frustrated. Okay, so guys, what did that do? Jesus, do you know what's delaying it? So, we have a metal object. We've used up all our keys. Oh wait, hang on. That's not like a family crest, is it? Because that's what that looks like. And isn't there some doors in the house that are all like, I can't open unless you give me new crest or something? Like, I swear to God, there was a door, at least a singular door. Oh my. That's Trippy going into this room. Because we do have more red doors. In fact, I think, if anything... Hello, crows. You're free now. Why were the crows in there? Waiting a project to start. Apparently when they are between projects, they don't have any smaller jobs other than the occasional card delivery to say power might be going out. I see! It looks very Prussian. It does. You are right there. That's very frustrating though, Electro. It's kind of like then why you're like, okay, so why did you hire me at this point in time? Why not wait for bigger job? I would be annoyed. This zombie's annoying me, actually. You know... The zombie's right there. It's necessary. Can I use that? No, it's not necessary. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing then. Okay, so I'm at a loss then. Oh, I'm annoyed but need the money, not so they hire. That's fair. That's fair. You're like, look, it's annoying, but money. And that, I get behind that, yes, the money. Okay, so I figured that when we put the 4 death masks on, it would, like, open up a new area. But, I figured wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, I figured wrong. I think she's a little bit ouchy, so she can take that. I guess we'll just put that back. Am I ouchy? Yeah, I am. So the question is then, where do we want to go? I did get something from the mask room, Sleepy. I thought it was the family crest, but it couldn't be used on that door. This is what we got. We got this. I didn't save the game, so I'm going to save that. Stone and metal object. That's what we got. We got stone and metal object. So we're going to go save right now. So I guess we're going to have to play touch the red door again. Can check the instructions on whether the stone and metal thing goes if you like. Maybe if you could give us a hint, Barry, just because I would like to get out of this forsaken building. Okay. And a quick save. Yes, let's save the game, everyone. Yes. Okay. Annoying, but better than being out of work. That is, yes. Better to have work and be slightly annoyed than to not have work and need money. Actually, I was reading that because AI is coming in, they're looking at like millions of jobs being lost in the next like 3 years or something like that. Like just an insane number of jobs being lost because of AI. Actually, funnily enough, it's meant to be like data keepers and like bookkeepers and executive assistants that are going to be hit the hardest by AI. Because apparently like they're just going to be able to, AI is going to be able to do it for you. That was a lot of lightning and terrifying. I thought I'd fired my gun. Maybe the store. That's what I'm thinking. That there must be a door. So look, there's a red door behind us that we can try and touch. Jill, turn around. Take your door with you. Like but there's that weird veranda. Oh, there was that weird veranda area. Do you guys remember the weird veranda area? We like saw it ages and ages ago. But it was outside. I think it was actually this way. Maybe not. Wait, the fire area. Do you want my No, never mind. The helmet is discarded. There's another key that I need to get. I hate you so much. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not full of spite. Like, I also have this wind thing that I don't know what it does. Do you want the wind thing? What if I feed it to you? Use this. No. Can I use this? Use it. It's not necessary. Okay, I can't feed either of those to the fire. Alright, so this remains locked. It says, from where you found it, head back to the hall outside the Crow Gallery. This time, keep going straight after you come out the door and open the metal to the door to the outside. Oh, so I've gone by where we needed to go. That sounds like me. Alright, let's go down. AI is taking jobs. I'm safe. Always going to need people to do the power. Exactly, Electro. So you're safe. Your industry's safe. Because you can't, like, AI isn't at the stage where we can program a robot to, like, be you yet. AI is going to be more assertive for bookkeepers, assistive to bookkeepers than anything based on the readings I'm having to do alongside work. It will essentially complete menial tasks that you can get on with other technical stuff. It's just like, again, like the article I was reading about it, they were like, these are the jobs that you're going to start seeing more and more people actually losing it in. Because you'd still have some, but you'd have more and more bookkeepers who, like, assistant bookkeepers, stuff like that would be losing out. So it's going to be very interesting. Because, like, those and stuff like that, apparently the targets that they're like, these will be hit the hardest. Like, this is where they're focusing on getting AI to basically do the jobs for everyone. Because, like, that's the thing, like, menial tasks make up a lot of people's jobs. And, like, that's, like, if you have somebody and their skill is only a couple of high skill, like, they're like, oh, I do the more technical stuff, but all the menial stuff is done by something else. It can be very easy to teach the technical stuff to another person, or you have another program. So it's going to be very interesting to see where AI goes. AI terrifies me. And probably a good thing. Sad for the people losing jobs, but tradies are in very high demand with the lack of them, so more people training up sounds good. That's true. All the tech, we're just going to get rid of anyone doing anything like with like the data, and we're going to be like, no, everyone become a tradie. That's the future. Tradies are safe until robots manage to improve a lot more. That's very true. Also failed accounting exams quite tragically, so my job is safe. Your job is safe, Shadow? You're like, the one that passed the bar, I'm safe from. I mean, 0 was meant to be the end of accounting, but we're busier than ever. It comes from the same people. Again, like, it's the sort of thing where it's going to obviously be many, many years before we actually see a lot of jobs go. But, like, it is interesting to see what they're taking. I need to head back out now. Okay. Jill, we need you to learn. Jill, we need you to navigate. Take the wheel, Jill. Take the wheel. When you get to the point that most other jobs will have been gone and employment will have been solved. You would hope so. Like, I think that's the interesting thing is, like, obviously AI is this tool that everyone's like, a lot of businesses are like, we're excited to have AI and take your jobs. But then it's like, okay, but now everyone is unemployed. And so capitalism is like, cool, how can we get rid of the worker so that we don't have to pay them? But then it's like, if you've gotten rid of the worker, then who's paying you? Like, who has money to give you money? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that interesting thing. It's like, okay, capitalism, I understand you want the workers gone, but then what are the workers going to do for money? Like, it's just that sort of like in the future, if everyone is unemployed, then how do you buy from capitalism? Capitalism, I don't know. We only want a few very, very rich people who have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. Some people I like to fake the exam because accounting has many situated questions and most of the answers start with it depends. It depends. The AI was like, I hate the it depends. No more of that. Alright, so we're downstairs now. We're gonna go back out. And we're gonna go apparently straight through the crow room. And we're gonna see what happens there. Take number 10. The AI will get paid and they'll be the ones paying the capitalists. Can you imagine if AI, like Skynet happens, not with an invasion, but with robots asking for pay from the capitalists? And that's actually how it, like the Terminator, the real like Terminator that happens, you know, in our future, the movie, it's actually a really sad version where it's just basically robots demanding rights and to be treated like people, and the capitalists just crying because they don't want to do that. All right, and you're saying to go straight through. Come on, Jill. We've got this. Surely we've got this. So you said to go through. But the zombies live here, Barry. Head back to the hall outside the Crow Gallery. This time keep going straight after you come out the door and open the metal outside. Oh. So I did do that. I did wander down there. Okay. Alright, well we're going outside then. They already made a game about that. Tell us, what was the game? Oh my god, this was the thing I was talking about. So you know how I was like, do you remember the balcony outside, everybody? This is the one I was talking about, that I was like, we should go find that. It just happens that it was exactly not where I thought. This was, okay. So Barry, basically this was where I was trying to go and put my character just before. Yay! Okay. I knew I remembered something. Oh my god, Brain, you did something. Good job, Brain. Good job, Brain. Oh, Detroit. Oh, you're right, Sleepy. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that is exactly what I'm describing. Huh.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend...
Except... no one would be amazed by AI making art, because AI already does art now. That would be the difference between the few futures. AI art is... you can definitely tell when it's AI art, like 90% of the time. It's very disturbing. Shotgun shells, yes! Okay, be scared now, Jill. We're getting gear. Now, I will take this, because... Jill's scared. Jill, take your fun can of health. Take your, you know what? Screw it. You don't deserve health. Okay, good. We're just gonna go through to the creepy barn door. Yep, this seems to be getting worse for Jill. This definitely seems to be getting worse for Jill. Hello, sounds of footsteps coming towards me.
Death.
Oh, it's a dog.
Is whimsical.
Oh, it's 2 dogs! Oh, it's a 3rd dog! This is the most combat effective I have ever been in a video game. I'm scared. Interesting fact. Okay. Where's the... I know, right? I'm kind of looking for the 4th one. So, interesting fact, Sleepy. Okay. So, interesting fact for this one. We'll just put that... there, and I'll put us on the... I'm trying to use the other screen. It does work. Okay, so, interesting fact. It is Greg Flanagan. So, Greg Flanagan... I should bring you back. Greg Flanagan, he was this 55-year-old guy, who was in a hotel. He was in oil, basically. I'm sorry for redeeming interesting fact, because the poor game isn't getting played. Don't worry, the game will get played. And it's not a long interesting fact tonight, so it's a quick one. But basically, Greg Flanagan, he, a 55-year-old guy, worked in oil sales and everything like that. He was at a hotel. And he was just there on business, chilling, September 14th, 2010, having a good old time. Now, the next day, there were these business meetings he was meant to attend to. Greg didn't turn up. So these people at the business meetings, like one of them was his friend, was like, Greg loves turning up to business. I better go see what Greg's doing. I assume is exactly what his friend said. Basically, Greg wasn't answering calls, so the hotel staff let him into the room, and that is where they found Greg dead. Now, everybody assumed that Greg had died of natural causes because there was no marks on his body. He looked fine, except for the fact that he was dead. So they took him there. They did like the standard autopsy, and they were like, guys, this is really friggin' weird. Greg appears to have been beaten to death on the inside. And if not beaten to death, then he appears to have been in a high-speed car crash just inside his body. Externally, no, nothing's wrong. There's no bruising. There's no nothing. But his internal organs, like, it looked like he had been in a high-speed crash. The only outward sign that Greg was damaged was there was basically on his scrotum a small laceration. So there was just a small laceration on him. Play game, we'll talk about animals, AI, and dead guys. That seems to be tonight, right? So Greg's dead. His wife is like, that's weird. And the police officers are like, that is weird, but we have no leads. Meh. Greg died of mystery beaten up inside by ghosts, we guess. Now, his wife was like, I'm not going to accept that. That's a stupid thing to write on his gravestone. So she hired Ken Brennan. So Ken Brennan was a private investigator, and Ken looked at the evidence and everything, and he theorized a bunch of ideas, and he basically was like, do you know what? These injuries could have been caused by a bullet. The idea being that if a bullet went into Greg, it could ping pong around inside of his body, causing the kind of damage that you would see, depending on like the caliber and stuff like that. So what Ken did was he went back to hotel, and he's looking around the hotel, and he realizes in Greg's room, in the wall, there is a small hole, but the hole lines up basically exactly with the doorknob. So every time the door is opened and the doorknob hits the wall, it looks like that's what's caused the hole. But Ken went to the other side of the room, like the room next to it, right, with the hotel, and it turned out there was a hole on the other side as well that had been patched up with dried toothpaste. So Ken was like, a bullet got shot from this room into Greg's room, entered his scrotum, and ping-ponged around inside him, and that's how Greg died. So they were able to prove that that's how he died. And when they went back and they actually looked, with the hotel, they were like, who was staying in the night that Greg was there? They found out that it was 3 electricians who had gotten pissed drunk. One of them had taken out a gun and just shot it for fun to show the other 2 the gun. And that had killed Greg. The 3 men had panicked, patched up the hole, checked out the next day, sworn each other to secrecy, but the moment they were questioned, they folded like a house of cards. The guy who shot the gun ended up getting 10 years, and basically, prosecution that were like, you would have had no time if you'd just come forward, because it was clearly an accident. But that was the interesting fact for tonight. Sleepy, I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was quite a fun one. And hello, German Zombie Hunter. How are you going? So you came in just the middle of interesting fact. We're just about to get back to the game. You're an old RE veteran, greeting from Germany. How are you? I am going very well. It's my very first playthrough ever of Resident Evil. We're playing it on easy because, you'll see if you hang around. We just killed 3 dogs, so it's going quite well. We're hopefully leaving the mansion tonight. Getting a promotion to normal working. And hello, Level Up. How are you going? I hope you're going well. Sorry, I almost missed you there. You came in just as the interesting facts started. But yes, how's your vacation gone? I think you said it was ending around now, correct? But I hope you're going good. Is that what really happened? Yes, Sleepy, that is exactly what happened. Literally, a guy in the next room shot a gun, it went up through his ball sack, ping-ponged around inside, and Greg is now dead. And a cool fact with sparkles in it. I know, right? With sparkies in it. With sparkles in it. Sparkies. So we've killed 3 dogs, everyone. So we've just put the death masks on. We've got in the middle object. We've got 3 dead dogs. Jill is scared because I'm scared. I get some health now. Oh my god, a blue plant. We never see a blue plant. If only I had a red plant now so I could combine all 3 and have a magical rainbow. Yes, take the herbs. Take the herbs, dear. Take all the herbs. So, I've got a question for you, German Zombie Hunter. What would you say is your favorite Resident Evil game? As you said you're old, hardcore Resident Evil fan. What's your favorite one? Is it Resident Evil 1 or is it another one? Wait, is that why Greg hasn't been around? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately, Greg, fortunately for Greg, Greg got a promotion type thing, and so he's got different hours, so he can't meet up with us, but his life has gotten significantly better. Your vacation is done and you are back at work now. Do you feel refreshed after the vacation level up? Do you feel ready to go? Like, you're like, okay, holiday was worth it. I'm recharged. I often come back from like a holiday and I'm like, no, the holiday makes me want more. Now you have night more fuel. That's all I can ever ask for, Sleepy. When I tell you guys an interesting fact and you walk away from it slightly horrified about the universe you live in, I get happy on the inside. That's all I ever want from life. Just to make you all aware how horrific everything is around you. One of my secret fears, because I live in the area with a lot of gun violence, so maybe someone will shoot a random bullet and I could catch a straight. Yeah, that literally is terrifying. This is why I won't go to America. Because everyone, like, whenever I speak to an American, they're like, oh, we're not getting, it's not like there's that many guns going off. And I'm like, you have multiple shootings a day in your country. Other countries aren't doing that. And it's like, but it's not that much. I'm like, it's a lot, guys. There is a square-shaped hole here. All right, so there's a square-shaped hole. Find a square object and shove it in. I need more vacation, like 2 to 3 weeks, indeed. What's your problem here? My problem here, I don't have a problem as of yet, German zombie. I've literally just walked into this area for the first time tonight. So right now, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing. She breaks things, so it's a number of... This one here. I love it. Just streamed it on Nightmare without saving, knowing every corner here. Next project will be invisible enemies on Nightmare. Invisible. I heard that you could turn enemies invisible. I'm like, dear God. So you just hear the groaning and everything. That is mental. I cannot imagine doing that all in one go. But again, as you said, you know it inside out. All right, so this is a swimming pool. Jill doesn't want to go into the pool, everyone. I've tried to get Jill in. I've tried to get Jill to go in. Circles can go in the square hole, and triangles. Square, circles and triangles. We can fit so many things into the circle hole. All I have on me is this thing, and I don't think that's going to work. It's not necessary to use the item. I love the idea that someone's got cameras set up around the mansion, and they're just staring at Jill shove objects into stuff, and they're like, Jill, why? Why are you doing this? Alright, so... we need a square object. That's cornered off. Jill, what about the tools? If we go into the tool shed, maybe you could grab one of them and shove that in the hole. Aggressively. And just turn it. Is there anything in this room? Because we kind of sped out the dead dog room. I'm wondering if I'm meant to have another object on me right now. Jill, is there anything... oh, hang on. Oh, no, it's just glowing. What's our map look like? Our map... so... really? Is the pool the thing that's blocking... I should have looked in that area when I was there. Now that I think about it. I keep getting distracted by conversation. Alright. Map time. Yeah, okay. So, as far as I can tell... we want to drain the pool. That's what we want to essentially do, right? Because I'm imagining that what's going to happen is we're going to go up here... we'll shove something in there, and either the pool is going to drain or a giant flotation device will appear for us. And Jill will just, like, floaty across the creepy water. So, I'd say this area, pool area, we need the object, so it's not here. Gun violence is highly concentrated in major city centers, so realistically, if you live anywhere outside of a big city, then you will rarely ever have that happen around you. I just happen to live in a bad neighborhood in a huge city center. Yeah, that sounds terrifying, Sleepy. No wonder you're sleepy, because you would be tired all the time, because you'd never get to sleep, because, like, gunshots and terror. And the horrors. Ooh, is that a... no, it's just a dark alleyway. I can't shove Jill down that. All good, a German zombie, all good. So... alright. We need square. We have no square. Now, you say you're blocked, but Jill, if you try hard enough, you can fall down any hole. I assure you, Jill. Just jump. It's a video game. Kneecaps aren't real in video games. We learned that many games ago. Jill, do you want... I know that this is going to do nothing, but it makes me feel better to click the button. I'm so sorry that you found me, German zombie. I'm a terrible Resident Evil player. I'm doing my best, but I'm awful. So my apologies for the pain I'm possibly inflicting upon you right now. Alright, Jill. Alright, everybody. As far as I can tell, we cannot get through this section right now. Okay, this is what's freaking me out, right? Because I'm over here and I'm clicking stuff, but Jill's not, like, saying anything. She's not being like, ooh, wiggity waggity, that's a deep, dark hole there. I don't know why she would say wiggity waggity. I don't know why I said wiggity waggity. But Jill could say something about this. Like, what's the clue, Jill? Is it an elevator? And do I have to go down? Like, you could say, elevator with no floor. Jill die if Jill go in. Say something. I feel like she's abandoned me in my hour of need. Alright, fine, Jill. I'm taking you out of this area. Come on. Let's go find a new home. Find a new home, Jill. Look for the crank. Yes, the crank. I'm just wondering where on earth we're keeping the crank. Like, because I'm like, okay, like, is it in here? Because, like, you would hope that it would be... Jill, any of that could be turned into a crank. Cranks aren't hard to make. You can... Wait. Is that something shiny? I know it's like a first aid thing, but I thought there was something else shiny. Jill, please touch it. Just... Can you... Are any of you wanting to be a crank? Who wants to be a crank? You just shove it in and crank. There's no gun-related crime near me. People don't own guns, but most of the guns at my high school who would hunt owned hunting bows. I see. It was small caliber hunting rifles. So mainly for hunting. Go down the stairs. Okay, so... Ah, the angles are being... I see. Thank you. Yes, that's... Yeah, the angles were being... I had to look at the map and then I would have realized there were stairs. Thank you for that. The problem I have is occasionally the... And there's a battery! That's why I couldn't touch the friggin' thing! Again, I don't blame the game for this. It's obvious... Again, this is like the HD master of the 2002 game for 2012. So it's like... Graphically, I now see what they were doing and I'm like, oh, of course, there's a staircase. I need to check that. So that's why we were stumped. But we're all back on board now. Let's go, Jill. We're hyped for you again. Here's a lovely garden. With mud and something creaking and evil-looking trees. I told you, Shadow, you're cursed with Electro's curse tonight. Every time I go into, like, one of these menus, that's the timing. It's a relatively rural school district, so that's pretty good. So you don't have to deal with the same kind of thing, Ron, and, like, everyone's kind of more respectful of guns there. They're not toys, they're tools, is the difference type thing. Sometimes the camera angles are confusing, I know. It's, yeah, again, the camera, like, German Zombie, the thing I actually like about the camera angles quite a bit is that, it adds to kind of the terror in the game, and it makes the mansion seem all that much more bigger and confusing, which is kind of the intent. So, whilst the camera angles have come to bite me in the ass multiple times, I do super appreciate them. I actually think they make the game much cooler having these fixed angles, and you've got to wrap your head around it. It seems to be some kind of signpost. Each direction is accompanied by a corresponding destination. Jill explaining signposts to us. North, Valley of Destruction. South, Cave of Hatred. East, Summit of Madness. West, Path of Revenge. Who lived in this mansion? Jill, let's go. Can I touch that? I want that. There's a switch here. Yeah, press it. Oh god, we should have thought about this. There's a switch here. Press it. No, what did we do? Actually, what way are you facing? And do I have a map? There's a switch here. Okay, so the cock is currently facing west. If I press this again, you spin. Now you're east. Okay. And the dog change. So the Cerebus changes. now you've gone north, and I assume if I do you again, you'll go south. West is okay. My school, online school, how else do you do AG classes? What livestock did your school have, Shadow? Work experience on surrounding properties or wait till after school to go through... And then I assume that this goes south. No, it's gone back to west. Alrighty, well, let's go that direction. Let's find out what happens, everybody. Cows, sheep, and chickens. That's nice. That's a nice amount of pets. Well, I guess they weren't pets. Well, I guess it's a school. Oh god, okay. Do you want me to touch you as well, sir? You're south. The dog did not move. Okay, so this is like a multi... Oh, okay, hang on. Fulfilled. Alright, so hang on. The gate will open when the guard dog's desires are fulfilled. Okay, so we've got 2 dogs. And we have... this. Okay, the dogs are now facing away from each other. Do the dogs not want to look at each other? Do they hate each other? They hate each other! Yay! There's crows. I used to think poorly of rural school districts as being less tolerant of things, but I got bullied way more when I lived in the city. I was even jumped on my way home from school once by a classmate, no less. That's so messed up. Walk slowly. Oh no. Hello. Ah! I've come to hate crows. I take it that's why you're like, you should walk slowly. I will shoot all of you crows. Or not. Jill! Crow, what's your issue? Oh god, there's some carvings here. Okay. Interesting. This area is so spooky, the aesthetic, I love it. I know, it's a really good aesthetic that Jill's being attacked by a crow on. 2 vertical lines across and 3 horizontal lines. Could it be some kind of There's something written in the indentation. When the wind wind sweeps across the earth, stars will shine in the heavens. I have wind. Oh, okay, sure. Crests are fitted. Will you take the moon? No. I mean, no, go away, crow. You know what? I might take the other crest. Alright. Yeah, let's take a crest. Let's take a crest and have a look at what it actually looks like. Yes! Okay! Good. There's a button. Will you press it? Yes. Alright. There's nothing unusual. Okay. And then... oh my god, go away! Can I shoot you? Stupid crow. Yes, take the star crest and... okay, we're gonna go over here. Am I hurt? How... caution. Oh my god. Poor Chill. And people were so nice and considerate. I thought they were having a laugh at my expense. People were... it's always weird when you've like... You've been exposed to bad people for a long time, and then like you meet genuine nice people, and it always freaks me out when like they're actually nice, and you're like, is this a trick? When will the cage come down? It's funny how like just to change a situation can really like just change everything. Oh, sorry, I need to turn you around. Check. Are you... what? There we go. Okay. Wrong pixel. I think they're ravens. Honestly, every skill should teach agriculture. It's a real human skill needed for living. We don't need to learn algebra over and over that we'll never use again for years. That's the thing. They really should teach more with, like, with things like how to basically live. Like, basic life skills is something that schools really do need to teach. Go away, crow. It's gonna make us do this segment again, isn't it? And I'm gonna have to learn my lesson and go slow. Or murder all the crows on... Do you know what? This makes me so much happier in Resident Evil 4 where I started shooting them now. This game has made me feel like when I played Resident Evil 4, it was worth shooting them. Oh, I got a gun. Well, that's disappointing. Well, yes, Jill, do you want it? Yes, we'll take your silly gun. Alright, off we go. Can we not attack Jill? Shh. Oh my god, I'm going to shoot your friend! Yeah, go away! Uh-oh. Guys, I think I made a mistake. I think murdering the crows may have been a mistake. They seem awfully pissed at me now. I took several cooking classes. They were fun and tasty. Cooking class. They do home ec in Australia. They do basic home ec. So Corvus is attacking. He is attacking. But again, always attacking Jeff, this Corvus. More people need to know where their food came from and what is involved in getting it. They do. Like, as opposed... Like, the number of people who have no idea how... Like, the number of people who think chocolate milk comes from brown cows, for example, is ridiculous. Hang on. Are you... You're a statue, but are you possibly a crank? No. How do you murder crows if they're already a murder? You double murder it. You bring them back and then murder them again. How to murder a murder. Alright, well this is a nice little jog for Jill, isn't it? I like it because I'm not being murdered by crows. Murder squared. Ooh. Hi. Ooh, health! Yes! And shinies! Shinies for Jill. You would take this. I will take this. What else do we have? Because Jill, I feel like we haven't saved in a while, dear, and we should be scared. Okay, we're fine again. Everybody, we're fine. Jill is fine. Like, we say that, but we know Jill isn't fine. Like, they say you have to feel fine, but you know... Chocolate milk without rump steak is a cow, not an animal named beef. It's just... It's so bizarre, isn't it, Electro? The number of things. I took food science, basic food chemistry, and food experience, basically food culture. See, like, those would be good. Like, like Electro's saying, the number of people who just don't understand what things are, like what they're eating or what they're doing. It's kind of terrifying. This firewood looks fresh. Well, it's a... Jill, fires don't last that long. Yeah. A number of benches have been hung up. Could these brown stains be Could these brown stains be blood? Oh, is that a map? Oh my god, yes, take the map. There's a boxy box near us. There's a boxy box. But is there... I hate myself. I don't have any save, so we can't actually save right now. Ooh, a family picture. A family picture and some notes. My dearest Lisa. There's a journal left by someone. Daddy attached first, Mum attached second. Inside, red and slimy, white and hard. Not true, Mum, where... Don't know, Dad, found Mum again. When attached Mommy, she moved no more. She's screaming, why? I just want to be with her. Mum, where? I miss you. That story sucked. From here, you've got a good view of the entrance of the cabin. A crude bed. It's like no one's used it in a long time. This place is incredibly creepy. I mean, in the Cult of the Lamb is a ritual where you can resurrect the followers and sacrifice them. That's true! Level up. That's very true. How to murder a murder. How to murder the murder. What about bacon? Pork, chops, those all come from the same animal. Yeah, right, Lisa. A wonderful magical animal. So I do like that. The how to murder a murder. You ritually resurrect and sacrifice again. God, I need to watch The Simpsons again. The Simpsons is a really, really good show. So classic. Oh! Yes! Save box. Oh my god, thank you, save box. I love you. I love you so much, save box. Almost as much as I love typewriter. Can I not read the creepy note again? I would like to just go to the typewriter. Jill, please touch the typewriter. Jill, It's an old typewriter. You can actually, speaking Cult of the Lamb, because for anyone who's played Cult of the Lamb, the new, like they did, like basically some new updates to it and everything like that. So there's like a bunch of new stuff. And I want to do another run of it. Like for myself, because I want to get a bunch of achievements. And I'm just trying to decide what to name my cult followers. And I'm thinking of naming them after Resident Evil characters. So I'm thinking of having like a Jill. And that way, when she annoys me in game, I can punish her. I remember the beginning of the game, I said, don't feel like you need to be really stingy with ink ribbons. You can use 1 or 2 each time you get to a new typewriter. Then Tellus proceeds to save 20 times. Because Tellus bad at game. I've got 8 left. It's fine, Sleepy. It's fine. Define new area, Sleepy. Define new area, because every room's a new area. The new stuff is awesome. Oh, excellent. So level up. Sorry, I've not actually talked to anyone specifically who has played the new content. So you've played the new Cult of the Lamb. What are your thoughts? Like, obviously you think it's awesome. But are they like, is it totally like quality of life improvement? Is there stuff that you're like, I never thought I wanted this in the base game, but now that I have it, it's amazing? And do you like the new follower forms? What's your opinion on it? I really want to know. Come here. We will keep this herb on. No, do you know what? Go away, gun. I don't want you. I don't want a bazillion guns on my body. I still have this wooden mount. But why? But why? High schools need to take college level trade school classes that count as credits. I think that's a really good thing to have. Like, again, because the good thing about trade schools is you pretty much the trades, as Electro was saying, you always need tradies. Like, it's a very solid career thing. And you can crank the cranksness, the crankety crank. Yes, crank secured, everybody. We'll call that Jill being happy. That's what we're going to call that. And the school district covers the cost. See, that's a good thing. That's. Oh no, I think someone's coming for their crank. Jill, it's our crank. No one can have it. No one can have the crank. Hello? No! I finally got a crank! I finally got a... I swear to God, if that man has taken my crank. What the... Why am I not dead? Oh, I see. Do you know what? Ow. Ah. It appears to be festering. I don't like this guy. That you've just reached the first time, it's kind of like a milestone. But honestly, yeah, you have 80 increments. That's still plenty. I'm hoping it's still plenty. I never thought about I need this stuff, but I'm glad that it's in the game and now new type of content. Oh, excellent. That's good to hear, level up. So it's the kind of stuff, it's like, you know what? Didn't consider it, but now that it's here, it's great. Because I can't wait to do a replay of it myself. I'm like really keen to see what they've added. The crank. Yep, we did desperate for tradies in Australia at the moment. Too much work and not enough hands. Stupid schools pushing students to uni instead. The interesting thing, Electro, is students in Australia are leaving university at record rates. It's actually a major problem. People just are not finishing their degrees. They're going into university and then they're exiting, like pretty much after the first year. So, it's very interesting. I don't like that it pulsates. Oh. Do you think it's dying? It's hard for me to tell if it's dying. There isn't time for that. That's a lie, Jill. There's always a time for that. I'm screwed, Jill, if, like... Jill, we're screwed when we're out of these bullets because I put your knife away. So you better really hope that that's... Oh my god, it's never ending! How many bullets do we have left? 2. We're actually... This is a bad interaction. It is a bad interaction. Ow. We may have to... Oh my god. So Jill can't do anything anymore, everybody. Jill is dead. Thank god we saved. Jill has died. I don't like this. My guess would be the degrees are too expensive and there are no guarantees of work afterwards. That's, it's actually a huge combination of things, Barry. It seems to be, those are 2 major factors, stuff like that. And there's a lot of uncertainty with a lot of degrees. Like you said, there's like no guarantee, but there's just a lot of flux and people just kind of being pushed into it because they're told to go into it, but not actually really being academically inclined is a big reason. Like there's a lot of people going into it just aren't actually that interested in academia, but everyone says you have to have a degree and then they're like, but I don't want the degree. So that's an interesting thing. And how about you, if you don't mind me asking, are you going to uni? Is that at me or is that at Electro their level up? For myself, I did go to university, and then life happened on my final year, so I have almost got a degree. But then life happened and I had to walk away, unfortunately, and then I haven't bothered to return to it because life kept happening. So unfortunately, I should really try and finish it. It's like 1 year off, but... sigh. Anyway, what about you? Electro is Electro is already a tradie. He's an electrician. Makes sense. They didn't actually want uni in the first place, or they realized whatever they signed up for isn't fun, or uni is hard and not everything is given. Yes, especially the things that are pushed on a lot of them, Electro. Like, you get certain, like, it's very interesting because you get, like, certain people in certain degrees. Psychology being a very interesting one where you get a lot of women going into it. Because they kind of get sold on this idea, or you get a lot of people going into law as well. So psychology and law, or people wanting to go after those pathways, they tend to get a lot of people who watch too much TV. You also get a lot of people going into the, I forget the actual name, not criminal investigation, but basically the thing you do so that you could go to a crime scene and you can investigate the dead bodies. You get a lot of people going into there because of TV. Like, it's actually interesting, like, television's to blame for a lot of people going into certain stuff for university, getting into it and realizing it's not television, which is very funny at the same time, at least to me. Yeah, we'll come back to the save there. But actually a very interesting thing is I did hear, because of STEM, so like a lot of like computer sciences and stuff like that, they push like a lot of girls into things like that. And then a lot of women after they get the degree, they'll actually end up quitting it, or as they're doing the degree, they get like first-hand experience of the workforce, and it's actually so sexist that they end up going, I'm not doing this. So it's actually very interesting. Like, that's another part of it, is just people get into the industries and they're just not at all what people are expecting, which is unfortunate. Makes sense. Like in Germany, uni is free, so I don't have the perspective that in other countries. See, I'm so jealous, Level Up, that you get to have university for free. So that would be so nice. Like, hey guys, if you want to get an education, come get an education. You don't have to like cripple yourself with debt or anything like that. I'm gonna take the grenade launcher. And I'm gonna take the incendiary shells. Hell yeah. Go away, shotgun. Move over for incendiary shells. And we're gonna... Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna see how this run plays out. Before I start fidgeting with too much stuff. Okay, okay. We'll start with incendiary. Alright. No one joins accounting and we don't even know if so that one. No one joins. You're the one talking, Shadow, earlier about the magical accounting bus that comes around to recruit everybody and they're all like, oh, look at your VR accounting. So yes. There you are. They watch too much TV. Surprising amount of people watch too much TV and really think the industries are something else. It cost adds up to about a year or so of full-time income. It's insane how much things cost. Yeah, I know a couple of people who went to do the crime scene stuff, and now one manages a bank, and the other pole dancers, I think. So many people go into the criminal, like the CI stuff. And like, to be honest, the thing is like, actually a lot of it's statistics. Absolutely fascinating statistics. If you have a mind for statistics, really freaking cool. Like, and that's one of the big things that when you get into like, a lot of psychology and stuff like that. There's actually a lot of math and things involved. It's quite funny. But it's fun. Like what you actually see. Statistics, the way they things and the way you look at it and the way you look at data is super fun. And like a lot of people don't understand that, like even psychology, it's so funny. The number of people who go into it and thinking that like, oh, you just read a study and that's the answer. Like, no, it's not. In fact, most of it's inconclusive. It's just pointing towards you things that you have to kind of be like, it could be this or it could be that. And you need to interpret it and question it all. It's very, very funny. And people are like, but this isn't like on the TV where you go in and you do a Hannibal lecture and look at them and now you know their darkest secrets. And you're like, yes, it's not like that because that's not how humanity works, you crazy person. Acid shoyos might be good against bows. Is that what they're called? Is that what they're called, Sleepy? If I can run away from this enemy, I would try that. I was thinking that I can't run away from the enemy, Sleepy, because there's a save point here, so surely I have to come back. So I was figuring I have to murder it. Germany has the same problem simply because the apprenticeship for tradies are not being paid enough. Oh, so you've got the same thing in Germany, Level Up. Like, the tradies just don't get enough. That's interesting. So, like, you guys are, like, free university, but the tradies just don't get the money to actually go... Like, they don't get the encouragement to become them either. Oh, and for the uni, you need a certain school degree. Oh, okay, that's really interesting. Huh. Alright, so... Are these all... Can I not go unconscious? No. Why doesn't she just murder me? I would murder me if I was a crazed person wearing flesh faces. I wouldn't leave the enemy on the ground with a gun, do you know what I mean? Alright, take 2 of fight against this thing. Yeah, Jill, can we back away from it, Jill? Come on, Jill. Back up the staircase. Oh, no, Jill! I want you to aim down! Okay. It cares not for my grenades. Does it know that I'm setting it on fire? Screw this. Okay, I'm following Sleepy's advice. I'm just running. I don't think there's anything else I want here. We're gone. We're gone. We're running. We're going. We're not doing this. Bioorganic weapon. It's a term in Resident Evil meaning any creature that is infected with the virus. It usually refers to bigger mutants instead of regular zombies. Oh, I see! Thank you, Sleepy. Okay, a bow. Right. Okay. Alright. Do you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Do you know what is fine? Because we have a crank, and that's all. I left my shotgun shells in my inventory. Before we go on. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. You can hear it in my voice. It's fine. Like B-O-W. Oh, can I say bow anyway, or will that trigger people? Can I be like, hey guys, have you seen those bows attacking us? Or is everyone going to be like, stop that. You need to see B-O-W. Look, sir, I kind of want to free up some inventory space. Ow. Jill, stop setting it. Jill! Walk over the burning corpse. Cauterize your wounds from the brick that was hitting your head. From whatever that monster was. The B-O-W. So acid rounds are usually meant to... Well, what are fire rounds used for if I'm not to kill the B-O-Ws? Until a couple years ago, tradies here weren't paid that well depending on what industry they were in. Some trades are still underpaid for the work, but the most across the board are getting wages brought up to what they need to be, if slowly. Is that because we had a similar problem to what Level Up is explaining is happening in Germany, where, like, people weren't, like, we just weren't getting the tradies as well, Electra? Is that why we've actually upped it in Australia? Like, I'll confess, I'm not anywhere near as across what's happening with, like, the trade industry. You'd say bow more often if it triggered people. Barry, am I asking for clarification just to trigger people? Maybe. Don't give the game away. In the game, they pronounce it in cutscenes with the letters. I see, the B-O-W. Like, honestly, that does make sense because, you know, yeah, it sounds more professional. Most people are sold to get into work under someone for long enough until you can run your own business, right? How does that work out? Fire rounds are for smaller BOWs. So they're all for BOWs. Alright. Crank, 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 crank. Jill, up the staircase. Come on, Jill. You can do it. Let's go with crank. We've got the power of crank. I'm so happy for us. I'm absolutely thrilled. This has been a very strange stream. We've covered a lot of different subjects tonight. Big monster pistol equal regular zombie. Okay, so big monster grenade launcher, regular zombie pistol. And here we... What for the dogs then? What do the dogs need? Imagine if I'd forgotten to pick up the crank after all that. Here we go. Is she going to drain that entire pool herself? What a weird system to have. You can hear the sounds of a waterfall in the distance. That's lovely, isn't it? Do you want to have a bit of a kip, Jill? A bit of a sleep? More because of the shortage, companies are offering more to get and keep the good ones. An example would be I could go back to Queensland and if I had no mining experience, I could pick up a job 6 to 8 hours or with experience 78 hours. So, with 6 to 8 years ago, that would have been at 45 to 50 hours, no experience. Oh, I was reading that not as money, but as hours. So I was reading that as in you would pick up a job that was 68 hours a week. Or with experience 78 hours a week. And I was so confused. But no, that's money. Sorry, I was like, what is happening in the trading? But no, like that is really good pay. Oh my God. That is amazing pay. So, okay, I see what you mean. You're like, yeah, like that just was not happening in the industry before. Right. Or they subcontract. There's a pretty large industry tap. Fair enough. So Shadow, there's a pretty... It caps out on something. So if they want to make more, they have to change it up. We're very, ways how to treat people. Like you have to do the extreme dirty work and you were screamed at and abused, you could say, during the time. It's called Lajar, as in kind Haran Yar. I've pronounced all of that incorrect. My apologies, level up. Enjoy my bad pronunciation of German there. Learning years are not master years and you are the lowest of the food chain type situation. That does not sound like a lot of fun at all. Ja! Mystery elevator of doom! You betcha! I told you it was an elevator and Jill just was looking at the stupid hole and she wasn't saying anything. Stupid hole. But no, okay, so that's... Yeah, that does not sound like fun at all, level up. That does not sound like a fun situation. I don't need the blue herbs, apparently, according to Jill. No! No! I'm near a waterfall! Go away, you creepy crows! Why? Jill, touch the waterfall! Oh god, don't touch the waterfall. Why did I run past the crows? Why did...
An utter victory!
Why do crows hate me? There's a battery has been taken out. Do I have a battery? Jill, be a battery. No. No. This is horrible. What have I done? Some kind of transparent creature is swimming around in the water. Well, touch it, Jill. I don't know. Jill! Run from the crows, Jill. Crows ruined the elevator hype. They did! They don't want to pay people a livable wage. Yes, that sounds like what's happening in Australia, level up. Like, I wish companies, like pay your workers a livable wage. I understand that they want, like, I hate rich people. I hate rich people with such a passion. Because they're so short-sighted. They're like, yeah, let's make all the workers upset. Just so we can have more money than we know what to do with. Oh. That's a snake. That's snake. It's raining snakes on Jill now. Jill, I'm so sorry. This has been such a night for you. There's just snake. Look, I'm going to be honest. There's something highly amusing about that snake animation where it just sort of sloops down. It's like, schnick, schnick. She was like, okay, great. Now there's a snake. Now we're finding all the blue. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's take at least one blue herb. Can I use the blue herb? Does the blue herb do anything? Like, examine. Like, all the colors do something different, right? Does this like give me... I don't know if I get more health or not. You know what? We ate the pill. Oh, did I just exit the door or go through another one? Pay as high because that's true, because mining is incredibly dangerous. It's raining snakes, hallelujah. Oh my god, yes. Instead of raining men, it's raining snakes. Hallelujah, it's raining snakes. What's in this disturbing room? Can I just say, at least we're out of the mansion. We did what we set off to do tonight. We got out of the goddamn mansion. So go team us. And look at that. We will take that battery pack. We will take that ink thing. And do you know what we're going to do? We're going to save. Yes, we are. We're going to save a bazillion times. If I was to be graded on this, my grade would be 0. If it was Code Veronica. In fact, it would be negative. The game would be like, somehow you got a negative rating and that shouldn't even be possible. And I'll be like, I'll take that. Look at that. And we've got a gas can. And we've got a box. I'm gonna give you... Wait, why do I still have the crank? I'm scared because I still have the crank. I feel like I shouldn't have the crank still. Blue is meant to cure poison, I think. Oh. I thought maybe it gave you more health. I'm gonna go pick up a few more and put them into the magic chest for later on then. Magic blue flowers that exist the other way. Multi-use crank water deal. Once you finish your accounting degree, I might do side study around the employment wage market because I find the dynamic interesting and there's a heap of layers to that if people don't know about. Fair enough. Like you might study into that and move from accounting into that later on type thing, or just study it as a fun thing just to do on the side. Like not look at it as a career thing, just a fun hobby thing type stuff. I actually disagree there. Being on the bottom of the totem pole is how you learn good ethics, and the morals need to be good, reliable, and dependable. The bagging and bullying is not okay, but being sent to do skyhook can also be character building. The bullying is not okay, but I think, like, I agree in the sense of, like, even in, like, the job that I currently work at now, there is, like, doing the jobs that nobody wants to do, they're basic jobs, but everyone knows, like, the jobs that need to get done, but nobody wants to do them, it's important for everyone to do them. Like, we've got people who, due to reasons, got to avoid ever doing any of the basic stuff, but they don't know a lot. Like, whenever they're asked to help, they're like, I have no idea what this is or that is or what's happening. Why would I know this? And it's because they've never been, like, because they skipped out on having to do the more mucky job because of reasons, and now they just don't know certain things. And so I definitely think, like, whenever you go into, like, an industry with, like, multi-stuff like that, where you've got a lot of moving pieces, it's a benefit to a person to work as much and as in many different areas as you can when it's not a specialized skill. Like, just because, especially when everything, like, in the job I work at, every sort of area sort of feeds into each other and they all affect one another in slightly different ways. So if you work in each section, you have an understanding and it just makes you more efficient at what you're doing. So there is something for, like I do agree with Electro on that point. But definitely not the bullying. Like, the bullying, the treating like scum, stuff like that. Like, you do get into a lot of industries. Like, that's not good. Like, that's never a good thing. And hello, Dale. How are you going? I hope you're going well. We found a crank. It was the highlight of the stream. Cranks can be used for many things. It's crank time, everyone. Barry, make a note for me to draw, like, a really detailed crank for the Discord. We can have a crank emote. No! Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me, snake tail tentacle thing? I'm guessing snake because snakes were just raining on us. You just missed the raining snakes, Dale. The ceiling was raining snakes. Yeah, but bullying and abusing someone is not the way to get more tradies as well. Agree with you that level up. Like, that is definitely out. Like, that is 100% out. I think, like, learning basic skills in bullying, mistreating people, 100% out. It just needs to change. There's too many people who are like, it's just a joke. It's not a joke if the person, if you're the only one laughing. Like, that's not a joke. Both parties need to laugh to make it a joke. No, not at all. No problem at all. Level up. Feel free to continue to take over chat with it. Chat tonight has been taken over by many magical things, so you feel free to bring that up. It's an important, very interesting discussion. I'm enjoying reading it. I might not be addressing everyone's points, because otherwise this would just be chatting. But I am reading it, so I'm enjoying following you guys along. So feel free to keep going. There's a grey room there I haven't discovered yet. Have you given me more useful apprentices? I will treat them as such. They need the right attitude and drive. The newspaper is less scattered about. They all seem to contain articles about Sleepy. Sleepy, can I say stars or do I have to say S-T-A-R-S? Because with bows, I'm not allowed to say bows. I have to say B-O-Ws. So can I say stars or do I have to say S-T-A-R-S? Your Sleepy is my official Resident Evil how to speak the lingo person to go to. Right, so Shadow, basically you can't just do accounting. You've got to do, like, you've got to put that in with something else. That's interesting. It's like, obviously the accounting is important, but you're like, you need to multitask now. It needs to be a multi-skilled thing. Okay, that reads gallery. What does that read? That reads 002. Haha!
No, that wasn't part of our deal.
Oh.
But it's not necessary to destroy stars.
They say stars. I'm allowed to say stars.
What about
Did you say
my
Barry?
family?
Is Barry in on this? Barry, what have you done? Barry is the bad guy, everybody. Is it bow as in archery or bow? It's bow as in biological weapon. Biological organic weapon. Is what it stands for, electro. So it's B for biological, O for organic, and W for weapon. And you shorten it, and you don't say bow, so B-O-W. Because I guess being like, I'm being attacked by a bow is probably not as intimidating. You would welcome AI overrides, especially if they keep a bank account reconciled, because it means I can go to the 10,000 over things I need to do in a week. Fair enough, Shadow. You're like, I want AI. You're like, I need an AI assistant. It would just help me. You know, as a teacher, I need to communicate how to do stuff. A lot of people who are introed and not taught that. I mean, how to do that. How to actually communicate. No, you're right, level up. Like, it's shocking the number of people who just don't know how to actually communicate with other people and just pass on skills and talk in a normal way. Like, it's... I've seen some shocking people try and teach others, and you're like, you're not teaching. You're just staring at them and hoping the knowledge beams into their head. Use your words, please. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. Ah, bees! Jill, bad hole. Jill, bad hole. Jill, bad hole. Bad hole, Jill. Jill, 002. My girlfriend, my online girlfriend is in room 402. If anyone hasn't seen who's in the Discord, there's a meme that Oh, hang on.
Barry, I heard someone talking.
Yeah, Barry.
Oh, you heard.
What have you done, Barry?
I think age is starting to take its toll. Talking to myself is becoming a bad habit.
That was two different voices. Jill's not stupid. She's just clumsy.
By your support.
What's gotten into you?
Annex Jenna Storia, thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate it.
I'm alright. I guess this creepy mansion has gotten to my nerves. Anyway.
Barry, you're being
I'm gonna go
evil.
outside, get some fresh air for a change.
Barry!
Don't worry. I'm just going to get some fresh air. If I'm lucky, I'll get to waste some monsters along the way.
Barry, Jill has been poisoned, she has been bitten, she has been groped by tentacles. Can you stop leaving Jill alone? This poor woman. Jesus, poor Jill. But yes, for anyone who hasn't seen, there's a meme actually that Sleepy put up that was basically like the first levels in a horror, like a horror survival game, and it's really great. It's like this character walks in and looking for their online girlfriend in room 402, and I can't get 402, and I can't get it out of my head now. 4 days have passed since the accident. The plant at point 42 is growing at an amazing rate. Although there are many unknown aspects about this plant, we know that in comparison with the other group of plants, the T virus has had a substantially stronger effect on this one. The T virus has drastically morphed its host anatomy as well as its size. Looking at its current state, it's difficult to imagine its original appearance. Nowhere on Earth will you find anything like it. We've also found that plant 42 has two main sources of acquiring its necessary nutrients. One source is through its root. Somehow it has rooted itself down in the basement. Oh, it's a plant that attacked, not a snake. Immediately after the accident, the scientists went mad and destroyed the aqua ring. Ever since, the basement has been like a pool. There is a high possibility that it's one of the chemicals. It's the water that's promoting the plant 42's rapid growth. However, we've yet to determine the specific chemical. A bulb-like body of the plant 42 has been sighted hanging from the ceiling of the first floor. We are sure that it used the air ducts to reach the first floor. Numerous long tentacles like vines are protruding from the bulb. We believe the vines are the second means of acquiring its nutrients. When the plant 42 senses prey, it uses the tentacle-like vines to capture its prey. After doing so, suckers on the vine drain the prey of its blood. We've also noticed that it has some intelligence. When it captures its prey or when it's inactive, the vines twine around the door to stop possible intruders. Unfortunately, several of our scientists have already fallen victim to this plant 42. When we heard the stories from the survivors, they all observed one thing in common. When the uniform petal-like flaps open and reveal its vital internals, it has a tendency to become more aggressive. One witness reported that it was as if it was trying to protect itself. Why it behaves that way is still unknown. Henry Sarton. Okay, evil plant incoming. You couldn't find your favorite crank meme? Oh no! Also hilarious, you have crank memes. There's nothing special. Can I move can I move this? This looks movable. This looks highly movable. Can I move it? I moved it. I don't... Can you move it the other way? Okay, what about... Hang on. Can you... Yo, can I... Cause I... Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense now. Oh, good. I do feel like... Okay. So I am just looking at the time, and we do kind of have to wrap it up. So I'm going to have to walk Jill back to the typewriter room. And then we can come back on Thursday to continue doing a little bit more. We learned the name T-Virus. This is the first... That's true, actually, isn't it? Like, this is the very first time we actually learn about the T-Virus. Because... this is the first Resident Evil, so yeah. I love the plan is in this one. There's more than one way to deal with it. So there's more than one way to deal with the plant, Dale. I poisoned part of the plant before. Ah! This is not going to be a good day for Jill. Jill, you're facing the wrong way. We have to go by the plant again. I'm so sorry, Jill. This is not... Is it hurting her? Yes, it is hurt. The plant is hurting Jill. I'm going to have to deal with that plant, aren't I? I'm going to have to figure out what I'm doing with that bloody plant. Because right now I'm just running Jill into it. So there's more than one way, Dale. Okay, interesting. More plant. Another perfect plant for Jill to be spanked by. I think so. Unfortunately for Jill, we're finding all the plants. I feel like there's probably a better way than just running over the hole and tanking the damage. Like the hole, sorry. Right now I'm just making Jill run over that one hole, the poor woman. But we'll save the game. It's a meme of Neon Genesis Evangelion where Shinji uses a crank to open a big door and Asaka says, Shinji, crank that Soldier Boy. Then the pioneering rapper Soldier Boy starts playing, but I specifically like the version voiced over by an obscure voice actor. Amazing. That sounds absolutely amazing. So we will unfortunately have to call the stream here. God, my saves are maddening, aren't they? There's like no rhyme or reason with what's going on there. But we will be back Thursday with more of this. So we'll be back on Thursday. And we're going to explore more of this area. So I believe this is the whatever next area we're in. So we actually finally got out of the mansion, everyone. We did it. The goal was tonight to get out of that goddamn mansion, and we did it. And now we're dealing with a vicious plant. So I don't know how much of a victory this is, but we're going to count it as a goddamn victory. So... looks like your Skyrim saves. Excellent. You're just like the saves are just everywhere. You're like, I know which save's important, and that's what matters, right? I can find my save. But I'm really enjoying Resident Evil. I feel like
they've got a class on how to write jokes.
Oh, don't take that. I dropped it after the lesson on setups. The professor is so old.
I feel like we've finally wrapped our head wrapped our head around how the puzzles and things are working, how to go forward. Just some of those camera angles and stuff, and more and exciting enemies. So I'm looking forward to Thursday. I reckon from here on out we're probably going to chug along a bit faster, but it'll be interesting. Congratulations, you got out of the mansion. Thank you, Sleepy. But yes, a giant thank you everyone for jumping in and joining me on the fun and the wonderful topics. We went through so many different things tonight. We went from, along the way, what magical, like, if you could transform into any animal you want to, what would you transform into? All the way up into, like, how workers should be treated and communication and so many other weird things along the way. So it was quite a fun time. But, thank you. Nah, don't you do your baby Yoda. I look down, I see Level Up's nice message saying thank you for the stream, and then I flick up and I see Electro cursing me out. So thank you, Electro, with your baby Yoda. I count that as a cursing me out. Goddamn baby. Oh! No, it's... Oh, damn it. I actually had a tea. I put tea in the Jeff mug, Electro, and I meant to bring it up. And I was like, oh yeah, my tea. I totally forgot about that. And I realized I left it downstairs. So the tea, the mug would have changed to white Jeff, and now it's changed back again. God damn it. But A big thank you as well, everybody, for those who do just lurk or just watch the VODs as well. I do super duper appreciate it. Don't you join him, Shadow. Don't you join Electro on the dark side. Don't you guys gang up. God damn it. All the baby Yodas. But yes, a giant thank you, everyone. You all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your time zone, wherever you are, and I will catch you next time. Bye!
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.